Hey guys, I'm getting a lot of questions from people wherever I go, wherever I play, whatever I'm doing, about this bass and this pickup configuration. So I kind of wanted to do a little rundown, on basically what I've got in here. I have three instruments that are exactly like this and a signature model coming out through Moonshine Custom Guitars here at some point coming up fairly soon. So I just kind of want to run through the instrument, show you the different sounds, and tell you a little bit about it. This is a plain old left-handed, I think it's an 18 or 17, probably 18, Fender Player Series. It's basically made in Mexico. The best thing about the Rosewood band for us lefties is Fender had to finally make some maple necks, which are my favorite. So alder body, this thing's been pretty well modded out. Pretty much just the wood is left and the tuners, well, three of them anyway. But I'll get to all that. So just to run down real quick, I use these Kick-Ass bridges by Hipshot. I really love these. I kind of like it better than the original Badass myself. So this is what's going to be on my Moonshine Custom bass coming out, along with Hipshot ultralight tuners and detuner. This has a detuner on it. Essential. Mine's going to be a 5-string model, and that will actually have a 5th string detuner to detune it from B to open A for all that low goodness. So these pickups are by Howard Olyate. He is a really great, crazy genius guy that become friends with. Got some stuff from him. So these magnets, these are called Tic Tac magnets, which they look like Tic Tacs. And they're a bit different. I would go to Howard Olyate, look him up on Facebook or find him. I'll put the link, I'll put the name, I'll spell everything. But yeah, it started out as Music Man pickup, right? And it had a different P pickup in here. I just got this. This is his vintage, but still these type of magnets, Tic Tac magnets. So it's a little hotter output, but more of a vintage sound. So this is real, basically, I took this Fender bass. This pickup was in the real spot, the regular spot's all it had in it. Put this, I've done this before on a couple different instruments, so this is my preferred pickup configuration. This is in the real spot that a Music Man, single pickup Music Man would be in on a regular Music Man bass. This is in the real position that a P bass is on a P bass. So the first bass I did, which you will see later on in a series of these, is a Music Man. I added the P pickup first. So in doing this, I've got another one. It's just different setups. I want to run you guys through each things in different videos. So Aguilar Pre, non-stacked. I didn't like the stacked ones anymore because they kept getting bent, right? So it's basically volume, active, passive. It's passive. I'm going to use it passive for everything in this video. This is the blend. It's in the middle right now. Treble, bass with 2-position selectable mid. Everything's flat. Actually, it's not even engaged. It's not going to be engaged for this video. And bass here. So I'll just give you a little bit of a taste of the different sounds, and we'll take it from there. Okay? So this is just in the middle, and you heard me playing it earlier. That's kind of the best of both worlds, really. It's got the grit of this, which for me, I've never been a jazz bass guy. It doesn't work for me. I hear guys, you should hear Howard Olyate play a jazz bass. It's his sound, he can get it to sound that way. This is just kind of what works for me. But when I first saw it, I knew that this is a way that it's got to go for me. So, so that gives you the bite of the Music Man, as a good friend of mine calls it, this is like a pickup truck. It's like a dump truck just coming straight at you. I'm gonna change to that, and you'll just kind of get, now everything is passive, so no EQ. The amp on my Bergantino Forte is completely flat, no compression. It's the Bergantino NXT 212 cabinet. Everything is flat on the bass, flat on the amp. So this is Music Man pickup. Right? So that's, you know, when I always tried to solo a jazz pickup, bridge pickup, it just always, I was always reaching for EQ and needing to boost stuff. Because, you know, down here, all the way down here, the strings don't vibrate as much. It's tighter tension. It's right by the bridge. You get, you know, I get what everybody's going for when they do that. And as much as I like that, I don't find myself using that. But if I need a really gnarly, gritty sound, like with a pick, right? That works for that. Okay, so that's that. Everything that I do that I'm going to design and help design is going to be based on this Music Man pickup in the correct position. Later on, you're going to see some other stuff. I don't want to give away too much, but everything's going to start with this. So back to the middle. Well, let's just do this. Here's this sound. Right, Music Man pickup by itself. Here's in the middle. Okay. Here's that sound with the pick. What's not to love? Okay, so I originally had a different Tic Tac pickup, which is his basic P pickup in here. I asked him to make me a separate one that was a little hotter, a little different. We decided to use the same magnets so everything would still be matched. And I'm really enjoying the way that this turned out. I like this setup to be where this pickup is actually a little louder. So if you listen in the middle, okay, here's in the middle. It's got the bite, but it's got the fatness over. I'm not sure how well you can hear it on here. It's got that big round over, but it's got the bite, okay? So this is the P by itself. That's just the way, that's how this system works. That's kind of what works for me. I've seen other people doing this. I'm not sure what I'd love to hear from them and say, oh, I do that too. And this is what I like about it. So I really like the fact that this is a little louder. So you just get a little more oomph. when you go to the front, if you're playing something that needs to be fatter, or it's all of a sudden you need a slight bit of, so you don't have a boost or anything, you get a little more out the front gate with this pickup by itself. Okay, so if anybody has questions, you can comment on this video. Let me know. I'm going to be detailing the other instruments in this same range. I have another one that is basically the same as this, except it's the blue colored one. But it's the same pickup configuration, but completely different. You'll hear the difference in the sound. It doesn't have a detuner. This is kind of basically the synopsis of like a 4-string version of what my other one's going to be. We're just still making some other decisions and just actually making it. So appreciate y'all tuning in. And of course, I'm going to give shout out to everybody that has helped me with this. Jeff Marple at Corner Music did a lot of the work. Rick Wilson at Moonshine Custom Guitars has done a lot, made this beautiful, wonderful pick guard, custom made for me. Okay, he put the bridge on as well, if I'm not mistaken. Brian Barrett put on the detuner and had it routed for the Music Man pickup. Howard Olyate is responsible for the pickups in this one and pretty much everything I'm going to be using going forward, because he's a mad scientist and he makes crazy stuff, and me likey. So please look up any of their guys' pages. You know who they all are. And you know, we're kind of shut down for a while, but I'm going to be doing some of these videos and maybe some other types of stuff. I hope you tune into my channel, and let's keep rocking.